the coaches have talked a lot about, hey, we're going to take a couple days to adjust. Do players just kind of reset over that weekend, or do you thinking a lot about football personally?
Honestly, I mean, it's hard not to watch it, right? Loving the game, being a fan of the game. It's on TV all Sunday, Saturday. Kind of pissed you off, though. It pissed me off, at least. Just kind of, bad taste in my mouth from Thursday. But, yeah, we got to reset. We got another opportunity Sunday.
Kyler, how tough is it to lose a running back like Trey Benson now? So James is down, Trey's down.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to lose any of them, You never want to see any, of your boys, teammates go out. But he'll be back. He'll be back. I'm confident in that. Next man up. I got full faith in the running back room. Those guys got to step up, and I know they will.
What do you like from that next group of Amari, Bam, Michael?
Versatility. Obviously with James and Trey, you know what you're getting. Super confident in those two guys. But I'm excited. These three guys, they get an opportunity to prove themselves, show the skill set, show that they can play the game, more than what they were getting, So I'm excited for those guys. I know they're looking forward to the opportunity.
How beneficial is it that Amari already has a lot of reps banked up with the offense?
Yeah, I don't see it phasing Amari much. Obviously he'll get more time in the game, I'm sure. I'm excited to see what he does with the opportunity.
I know you talked a little bit after the game about, you're going to have to lean on Marvin and all that stuff. Did you know kind of how he reacted to the touchdown catch and kind of looking like it was a relief? And can you understand that? Are we misinterpreting it?
I'm not sure. I when he caught it, I saw him celebrating, or whatever. But that's his moment. That's his moment to do what he's got to do. It's a good ass catch. But yeah, I wasn't, making it more than what it was.
Kyler, what do you attribute those slow starts in the last two games offensively to? What's going on?
Yeah, we got to come out faster. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you what it was, as far as in the moment, and even hindsight. Like, we got to show up to the stadium ready to play. Because it's putting us behind the 8-ball. Against good defenses that we've played so far. That we can't. It won't suffice going forward.
Those last two drives in the fourth, can the offense look like that early, or is that a function of just being down, needing to throw and go quick?
I believe so.
Is one quarter enough to click everything into place, you think?
Nah, it's football. Nothing that really happened in Thursday's game. Really, it doesn't really matter anymore. We got another opponent on Sunday. We got to do it over again. We weren't good enough on Thursday. We got to be better on Sunday.
When Marvin is playing like he did in the second half, making all those difficult contested catches, what does that do for you as a quarterback, having a guy that you can throw the ball up into that tight window contested catch situation?
Any quarterback can speak to it. I feel like when you got a guy making plays like that, it obviously gives you confidence to keep going back at him, keep going to him. But like I said, my confidence didn't waver. Obviously we had the two mishaps in the first half. But I'm counting on him. He knows that. He knows I got full faith in him. And I'm gonna continue to.
I noticed. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say in the past we've talked about guys like Aaron Donald and stuff, but if there's a big edge rusher, I know there's going to be an attention paid offensively. When you have an interior guy like a Simmons for the Titans, like do you focus on that a lot if it's an interior guy, or because it's right in front and everything, is it not quite the same as if it was a guy coming off the edge or a linebacker or something like that?
Just speaking about it in general, I feel like internally it's probably worse. No matter who it is, right? Obviously, he's a great player. But yeah, internally, I'd probably rather have a guy coming off the edge. That'd be my vote. Yeah. Internally it happens so fast. It happens now, and it's in your face. As far as coming off the edge, angles, and it's probably easier to escape in a sense.
Is this Titans team better than their 0-4 record would suggest?
I believe so.
watching film, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, play hard. You know, in this league, obviously, everybody could say they're 1 or 2 plays away from being 4-0, 0-4, 1-3, whatever the record is. You know, I think we're in the same boat. You know, I feel like we could be 4-0. Damn near could have lost first 2 games. You know, so I don't really pay any mind to their record.
Because of that kind of thought process, that all the games are close, does the losses are going to sting no matter what.
Yeah.
So the fact that they came down to the last play, does that not really impact you as much as it's just going to be a loss? Or do you feel the sting of having it come down to the last play, 2 straight games?
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you're looking at it like you lost 2 games. You know, you feel like you kind of let off the hook or could have won this one. In the moment, yeah, it hurts. You know, I feel like we had a chance to take it overtime or whatever. But I try not to look at the big picture because it gets, you know, you get frustrated looking at the big picture. So I'm just focused on today.
You guys spent a lot of time in 11 personnel on Thursday. There's certain personnel packages. You had success in 12 and 13, but you feel more comfortable in?
I think that's just what the situation called for, what the game called for. Felt like obviously they did a good job stopping the run, and it was, you know, with JC out and then Trey getting hurt, you know, put the ball in the air. I think in the second half, D-line definitely was affected, fatigued, tired. Rush kind of slowed down, allowed us to work.
I noticed the wristband. You during games you have one with the plays on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer having that, and how does it help you when you guys are going?
Do I prefer it?
Yeah.
No, but like I have to. So
What's going to be the upside to having it or the downside to having it?
I mean, it takes it off of as far as like you're just reading the plays. You know, it's easier, more efficient, faster to get the plays in and out of the huddle.
You and Trey McBride have an incredible rapport work. Looks like you guys are some sort of telepathic communication at times. How did that come into being, and what went into making that what it is today?
Honestly, man, I would say just reps, time on task, and then his ability to, you know, he's a great football player. You know, I think when you play with guys like that, it's easy. You know, it makes it easier. It's not, nothing's forced. You know, so to answer your question, like I think it's just kind of happens. You know, it's not like. We didn't force it. You know, he's just a great football player. He's got a really good feel for zones, and he's able to get open against man. You know, so for me, it's like, you know, just put the ball in his vicinity. He's probably gonna catch.
When did that start to click for you guys, that connection?
My first year, I didn't get really many reps with Trey. You know, his rookie year with him, I didn't really get many reps because Zach was here. But I'd probably say when I came back from the injury. He was just somebody easily, like I just could rely on him. You know, he was always friendly, always open, continued to make plays, and that gives you confidence.
We hear a lot about reps and time on task. Is there a difference between practice reps and game reps, and what is that difference?
Yeah. I mean, you know, in practice, guys can make all types of plays, but in the game, you know, we're making plays in the game. You know, I think they're definitely 2 different things.
After that second interception, I watched you wait on the sideline for Marvin to come off and just give him a high five. When you have a bad play, is there anything anyone can say or do to make you feel better?
Not really. Nah.
Are you trying to help him in that moment, or is there just like there's nothing I can
I mean,
say?
I've been in a, you know, everybody on that field and that team in the locker room has been in a situation where you just feel like after a play that you feel like, you know, you let everybody down, or you missed a play that you felt like you should have made, and it's, you know, you're in front of thousands of people, you know, everybody's watching the TV, prime time, you know, so I you know, we've all been there, like I said, you know, there's nothing that really anybody can necessarily do, you know, and kind of almost the pats on the back almost like kind of make you even more frustrated, but no, you just got in that moment, you know, was it second quarter or whatever it was, you know, it doesn't really matter, you know, we're in this together, you know, that's really what it comes down to. We're in it together. I got your back, you know, we're gonna keep going.
Kyler, offensively, you guys haven't had many explosive plays this year. Is that something you think about, want to press? I mean, how do you deal with that issue?
I mean, all I'll say about that is, I mean, we definitely, it's frustrating, obviously, you know, you want to be more explosive. So I think that in turn that comes down to execution, you know. When the plays are there, we got to make them.
You said you get frustrated when you look at the big picture. Is it hard not to when you're trying to make corrections and trying to fix
I think it's just discipline. Like the human in me wants to, right? Like, yeah, but like the like I said, that being grounded and rooted in what's going on in today's world, today, worried about today, not focused on the future. That allows me to, kind of be where my feet are and be appreciative of, what we are. 2-2. We got, this isn't college. We're still in the thick of it.
What was
I
your
think the
reaction
adversity
to
that
the
Marv
injury?
faced in that first half maybe lit a spark for him.
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I couldn't tell you. I just know he was hooping. He started.
What was your reaction to the training facility memories?
What do you mean? What was my reaction? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Hope well, I don't know what's coming out, but hope I'm here to see it.